Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you this 2021 GMC Acadia. This one is the denali trim, so I'm going to go ahead and show you all the features this one has. So under the hood they're going to be a 3.6 V6 connected to a 9-speed automatic transmission. The horsepower numbers are 310, torque numbers are 271, and the fuel economy numbers are 19 in the city, 26 highway, and 21 combined. So here is the MSRP sticker of this denali. This one has the Denali Ultimate Package. It's a $5,000 option, and the MSRP sticker on this one is $55,000. So if you guys are curious about the color is called Hunter Metallic. It's almost a $500 option that you could add to this Denali. Well, coming to the front, everything is LED right here. High beam, low beam, turn signal indicators, the daytime running lights. Everything is LED, which is expected from a Denali trim. Here is the grille. It's massive, and of course it's finished in chrome. Since this one is the Denali trim, GMC is going to be in red. And as I said, there is a ton of chrome right here in the front. There's even more chrome in the bottom. I like the way how the chrome wraps around the fog lights, and I love the gloss black in the bottom. And of course you will have some parking sensors right here in the front, and there are going to be more parking sensors in the rear. And right underneath the GMC logo, there's going to be a front-facing camera, and there's more cameras on the bottom of the mirrors for the 360 monitoring view system this GMC has. And I believe this plastic piece right here is the sensor for the safety features. And this one has actually the adaptive cruise control and all the safety features. The camera is going to be mounted right there for the lane keep assist or the steering assist. But let's go ahead and move to the side, and I'm going to show you the side view of this Denali. So here is the side view of the Acadia. This is GMC 3-row SUV, and this one it competes against of course, the Pilot, Highlander, and Palisade and Telluride. But anyways, this one is the Denali, so there's going to be a good amount of chrome right here on the side as well. There is a chrome trim in the bottom. It's going to say Denali inside of it. And up there are going to be some roof rails around the windows. For the window sills, they are actually finished in chrome as well. And the back door handle is going to have a button on it. Basically it's the same thing as the front. It will lock and unlock the SUV, so I like the fact that GMC does that. And for the rims, they are 235, 55, 20s, and honestly they look kind of small for this Acadia Denali, but the design of those rims are actually pretty good. They are almost finished in chrome, somewhere between polished chrome and chrome. They're not too shiny and they're not polished a lot. But let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll go and show you the back of this Acadia. So here is the back of the Acadia. There's going to be this chrome trim right here in the back. GMC is finished in red. There are going to be two cameras right here, one for the backup camera and one for the mirror camera. I'll go ahead and show you that when I go inside. Taillights have a cool look to them. There's a little bit of blacked out look inside of them, and I like the fact that it says GMC right here inside. That's a nice touch. Acadia is all the way to the left, and all-wheel drive badge all the way to the right. Reflectors in the bottom, of course. And here in the back, they're going to be parking sensors, and they're going to be a chrome trim. And of course, you will have Denali written right here in the back in the center. The exhaust tips are connected to the exhaust pipe, and I love the fact the bottom of the bumper is not flat black. It's finished in the same color as the SUV. So here is the key. It looks pretty good, and it's a little bit on the lighter side, but it feels nice and solid. There are going to be 5 buttons on it: lock, unlock, remote start, trunk release, and a panic button, and a physical key inside of it. Let's go ahead and open the tailgate. To open the tailgate, you could use the key. You could actually click on a button on the tailgate, and there is another button inside. But let's go ahead and double click on the button. It does have automatic tailgate release, which is expected from this Denali. Going to be a button to close the tailgate. So inside there is actually a good amount of space, even with the third row up. There is nothing right here on the side, on the right, but there is a small cubby on the left, so that's nice. And to drop those seats down, you actually have to pull on this and then drop the seats down just like this. Do the same exact thing for the other one. And they are very flat. And to drop the second row down, you actually have to use those levers. And the other one is not going down because it does have, I believe, the carpets or the floor mats right there. But I love the fact that the third row actually goes down very flat. But let me go ahead and drop the second row down and show you how this Acadia looks like with all the seats down. So I just dropped the seats down, and I have to say there is a ton of space in the back, and the second row drops down very flat, just like the third row. So good job, GMC, for making those seats go all the way flat to be able to get things, big things inside of this 3-row SUV. A little bit of storage place, cup holder, and then you'll have a USB right there, and there is one cup holder right there, but I really wish that there was another USB right there on the right. So here is the door handle. I love the fact that the door handle is finished in chrome and finished in the same color as the car. There is no sensor right behind it, so to unlock the SUV, you have to click on this button. And this Denali trim has a package. It's a $200 package. It's basically the keypad package you could add to this Denali. So I actually forgot to mention that the mirrors have blind spot monitoring system, and they do have a turn signal indicator in them. But coming to the door panel is nice and soft. This top portion right here, it's that synthetic rubber material. I love the white stitching right here. This is actually wrapped in leather, so that's nice. Armrest feels nice. I wish it was a tiny bit softer, but it's actually not too bad. You'll have the window switches, mirror controls right here, door locks. Here is the door handle, feels nice and solid. It is finished in chrome. And here are the memory seats. Love the wood trim right here. This is plastic, which is expected, of course. And for the size of this door, I really wish that there was more storage place. I think GMC could have done a little bit better job with the storage right here in this door. And it doesn't really go down too deep. I'm not exactly sure what is this, but you barely could put anything inside. Here is the tailgate release. Max, you could open it 3/4, or you could basically close it. Bose sound system, this Denali trim. Here are the seats. It's going to say Denali up top. And I love the white stitching with the white piping. Power seats, of course. Alright, so coming inside this GMC Acadia, seats are nice and comfortable, good amount of space. Of course, it's expected from a family SUV. And the steering wheel feels nice. Design is not that crazy, but it is wrapped in leather. There's a good amount of 10 and 2 grip. GMC, of course, in the middle, and it does say Denali right underneath it. And I love the chrome surrounding around the GMC logo. All the way to the left, you'll have the cruise controls with all the safety features, the braking assist, collision assist, the lane keep assist. Here is the heated steering wheel, and all the way to the right, you'll be able to control the middle screen from those controls on the right, Bluetooth controls or phone controls. To the right, you will have the wiper controls for the front and back, and of course the headlight controls, turn signal controls, low beam, high beam, and of course the fog lights. All the way to the left, you will have the heads-up display. This Denali has brightness controls for the interior and electronic e-brake. And here is the heads-up display. It's nice and big and very clear. Here is the screen. It's an 8-inch touchscreen. It's nice and responsive, and it does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Here is a button to control the climates if you want to, so you could turn on the climate that way, or you could actually use those hard buttons right here in the bottom. A home hard button right here to be able to go back to the main menu, or you could click on this button right here if you want to. Let's go ahead and put the camera in reverse It does have 360 camera, and you could actually change the views. You could see the rims. So I love the fact that you could see multiple angles. And in the bottom you'll have a tune knob, volume knob, a few buttons right here. Climate controls are very easy to use. And in the bottom you will have the 9-speed automatic transmission shifter. It's shift by wire. Basically for reverse and drive you pull out, neutral and drive you push in, and even for the low gear you actually have to push in. You'll have plus and minus, but there is no paddle shifters on the steering wheel. Wireless phone charger, USB, USB-C, 12 volt with an SD card, and they're going to be, of course, the 2 cup holders. And I love the wood trim. Love the fact they brought that wood trim right here in the middle console. And underneath the middle console, there's going to be a ton of space, and that's basically a bridge design middle console. Engine start stop to save some gas when you come to a complete stop. The engine will turn off. Traction control, emergency light button, parking sensor button to turn off them on or off. A little bit of chrome around the cups. And here is the 4-wheel drive controls, or the all-wheel drive controls in this Acadia. Link keep assist right here, and then you will have 2 buttons, one for the cold seats and one for the heated seats, but I'm not seeing another button for the back only. Usually GMC and Chevy, they offer the heated seats in 2 different ways. You could turn on the whole seat, or you could do only the back. And here is the cold seats and the heated seats for the passenger. So here is the armrest. It's nice and soft, white stitching on it. I wish it was a tiny bit bigger, and I really wish that inside there was a light, or maybe more USB or USB-Cs. Right here you will have the rear view mirror, and as I told you guys, there is 2 cameras outside. So if you flip this, it becomes basically, it turns the camera next to the backup camera turns on. And let's say if you have a ton of things in the back of the SUV and you can't really see who's behind you, this become very useful if you have a lot of things in the back. And you could actually zoom in or zoom out. There's actually a few buttons right here on the bottom. Let's see which one it is. You could bring the brightness up. You could zoom in or zoom out. So that's of course nice. And up top, they're going to be the lights and sunroof controls, garage controls. Here is the glasses holder. Let's go ahead and open the sunroof. It does open like this. Let's go ahead and click it one more time. It doesn't really go all the way back. And the back one does not open. It's basically fixed. But something that I really don't like is that, let's go ahead and close the sunroof. I'm gonna go ahead and show you something that I really don't like is this. So it closes. This is basically cloth, but to open it you have to push on this, and it goes back very fast. I'm not a big fan of it. And the back one is the same as well. So probably GMC is trying to save some weight, because this is very, very light. Not a big fan of it. But let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll go and show you the second and third row of this Acadia. So here is the back door, and the back door is the same materials as the front, which is expected from a $55,000 SUV and a Denali trim. This door handle feels nice and solid. This is wrapped in this synthetic rubber material. It's not leather, but this is actually leather, so that's nice, and it's soft as well. The armrest is nice and soft. Cup holder right here, a little bit more storage. And I love the fact they brought that wood trim right here in the back. A small cubby right here, and a tiny bit of storage in the bottom. This is plastic, which is expected. Of course, you will have the speaker in the bottom. Here is the second row. And it does have white stitching and white piping. Let's go ahead and drop the seat down. Very easy to do. And to lift it back up, just go ahead and lift it back up. Super easy. And let's go ahead and actually do this. This will basically move the seat all the way to the front, just like that, and you'll be able to get inside to the third row. So here in the back, there is a very good amount of headroom and leg room. You'll have the climate controls here, heated seats, fan speed, temperature controls, USB, USB-C, and AC outlet. And right here, there are going to be 2 cup holders and a storage place. So I love the fact that GMC used this bottom section of the middle console to be a storage place for the second row. And it does lock in place, so you cannot push it back in. You have to lift this handle and push it back in. Up here, there are going to be some LED lights. Here is the sunroof. Basically, it's a fixed sunroof, or just basically some glass. And it does have a shade. It locks in place to open it. Just go ahead and do the same exact thing, just like the front. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move to the third row and see how comfortable getting in is. So I'm sitting in the third row, and the floor is a little bit on the higher side, so my knees are a little bit higher, but honestly there's a good amount of space here, and I did not move the seat to the front, so I was very comfortable sitting in the second row. And I'm actually sitting very comfortable here in the third row. As I said, there's going to be a USB right here, cup holder, a little bit more storage, but on the other side there's only 1 cup holder, so GMC really needs to put another USB and a little bit more storage on the other side. So guys, that's it for this video. If you guys liked it, I would like to thank Luke here at Buick GMC in Wallingford, Connecticut. If you guys are interested, make sure to come check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.